Hello and welcome back to Conquering Any Disease seminar. We're at day 3 and our presentation today covers plants for emotional healing. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Hamilton. For many of you, this is a new concept. For others, you may think about chamomile for calming you down, lavender for sleep, or rosemary for memory. Well, there are far more plants and extracts that benefit emotional healing, and you're in for a treat today. We'll be covering 2 systems of plant medicine used for centuries. These are essential oils and flower essence. Let's get started with our first emotional healing plant system. These are flower essences, and they are a series of natural essences used to treat various emotional situations, such as fears, loneliness, despair, stress, depression, and even obsession. They were discovered by Edward Bach between 1926 and 1934. Dr. Bach was a great researcher, as well as a doctor and a homeopath. He experimented with various wildflowers native to the region of Wales in Great Britain, where he was originally from, until he discovered 38 natural remedies, each with healing properties for different emotional problems. These 38 flowers, he decided to call them the Bach flowers. Bach believed that illness was the result of conflict between the purposes of the soul and the personality's action and outlook. This internal war, according to Bach, leads to negative moods and to energy blocking, thought to cause a lack of harmony, thus leading to physical disease. His theory was that physical illness has an emotional origin, and that if emotional conflict subsists for a long time, the body's disease begins to appear. However, restoring emotional balance resolves physical illness. Thus, he calls it emotional therapy. After more than 70 years, Bach flowers have been proven to be a magnificent system to treat physical, mental, and emotional problems. We are now going to explore a few of these flowers and what emotions they are recommended for. The first on our list is agrimony. Now, it is said that agrimony are for persons who hide tortuous emotions, serious problems, and unconscious anguish behind a mask of joy and permanent unconcern. They avoid arguments and seek harmony. They have a tendency towards addictions such as tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. And these persons search to be accepted, especially if he or she gets sick. They generally tend to joke about it. Our next flower is cherry plum. These persons have a fear of losing control of their actions, are prone to commit terrible actions and to go mad or have persistent irrational thoughts. The next plant, chestnut bud. This person repeats his or her mistakes because they do not reflect on them or learn from their experiences. Next, we have chicory. These individuals are overprotected of their loved ones and dominate them through excessive manipulation. They think that they know more than others. They have a possessive and selfish personality and meddles in the affairs of others continually. They expect devotion of those whom they overprotect, and when they do not get it, they feel victimized, then pursues them with criticism. Gentian. This plant is considered to be used for pessimists or individuals who suffer from depression from unknown causes or known causes. Gorse. They are marked by desperation, without any hope. He or she feels that nothing has a case anymore. Heather. These persons focus on themselves. They talk excessively but do not listen. Honeysuckle. They do not live in the present. They're nostalgic, longing for the past and good times. Hornbeam. These individuals are thought to suffer from mental exhaustion due to boredom. Impatience or impatience. These are for individuals who are always in a hurry and impatient and irritable. Oak. They have an obsessive dedication to work. Olive. They experience total exhaustion physically and mentally. Star of Bethlehem. They have experienced or a sequel of physical and mental trauma. Vine. They have agreed for power. They're dominating or domineering, and they're considered little tyrants. I hope you found these flower essence interesting. They're actually available at health food stores. I must state that, however, that the emotional pattern should foremost be addressed in a spiritual context by first admitting to oneself or attitude and asking for help. One must be willing to look for the source of healing, which is our Creator and Lord. He has made all things on earth for us to use to care for ourselves and to use for various reasons. So in other words, do not put the horse before the cart if you intend on getting to the right destination. Our next plant extract is essential oils. Yes, very aromatic and has been around since biblical times, and many records are found in the Bible of their uses. Essential oils are special because they are created by the power of God's Word. Refresh your memory with the story of creation found in Genesis. The plants were created by the power of God through the words, thus man-made medicine cannot compare. I would say they're divinely ordained and were given for healing. Consider also the fragrance that fills the atmosphere when these plants are in bloom. The first man and woman on earth lived in an atmosphere that was aromatic, permeated with gentle scents of oils of plants. Essential oils are composed of tiny molecules, all less than 500 atomic mass units in molecular weight. Because of the size of these molecules, they can easily pass through all of the tissues of the plant and into every cell and the cell wall. In essence, if placed on the body, can pass through the skin and reach every part of the body within minutes. Some people, if a drop of oil is placed on the sole of the feet, will taste it on their tongue in less than a minute. That is powerful. Essential oils are the world's most powerful antioxidants with the highest aura or oxygen radical absorption capacity, which means they can consume free radical activity in our bodies. Some of these oils include clove, myrrh, spikenard, cinnamon, rose of Sharon, frankincense, and sandalwood. Another powerful aspect is that they can penetrate the blood-brain barrier. This gives access to your limbic system of the brain that stores all of our emotional experiences. If you smell, for example, certain foods, it can simply remind you of your grandmother's cooking. Unfortunately, you need to know that most commercially available oils on the market are processed with harsh chemicals and thus loses its potency. In addition, synthetic compounds are added to them, which makes them toxic to humans. We find these products in fragrances and flavorings, and they are very cheap. True essential oils are rare and hard to find and very expensive. You can tell the difference in the fragrance. As a plant blooms throughout the year, the fragrance is never identical at the same strength. If you consider the commercial oils, they all have the same scent, which tells you synthetic fragrances has been added. The labels will often claim 100% pure, organic, natural, and therapeutic grade, but these are deceptions. With the failure of antibiotics to control infections, essential oils are being explored as they are effective in antibacterial properties, and there is an abundance of evidence to prove its significance for the future. Be careful, as synthetic or adulterated essential oils can cause significant harm. If you are not sure, do not use or even try to use it internally. Know that they can interact with medications and are contraindicated with some health conditions. Some common health conditions that can be treated successfully with essential oils include menstrual cramp, migraine, arthritis, allergies, anxiety, anger, asthma, autism, insect bites, cancer, constipation, dental infection and pain, flatulence, kidney stones, and the list goes on. Some common examples is the use of lavender for headache, German chamomile for anger, eucalyptus for a cough, clove oil for tooth pain, yang yang for depression, fennel for diarrhea, and blue spruce for fear. I enjoy making unique blends for my patients and combining them with herbal medicine and have found them to be very effective. I hope I have increased your awareness about using more plants in your natural environment to aid in your health needs. Just know, always consult your physician. Thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to you joining us on our next topic, Positive Mind for a Healthy You. I'm Dr. Michelle Hamilton.